everybody, Faceless here again. I've been gone. Some say I've been on a trip that involved meditation and finding one more part of my inner self. Today, I'd like to tell you about the tale of the haunted swimming pool of Castrada. Hi, I'm going to leave my name anonymous, but there's a lot of stories that I'd like to tell, and one of them is the swimming pool of our city of Castrada that we used to go to. It was ran by a nice man named Bailey Simons. He was one of the most kindest souls in the world that we knew. He hired a lot of us kids in the summer to help with maintenance in its pool, be lifeguards, and sometimes just there for the company. His wife was at work all the time. She was a nurse. His daughter was an astrophysicist, and his son was an astronaut. Having two little kids in tow, Jimmy 5, Johnny 6, we didn't really have that much time to see each other that often, but when we got to see all his family together when we were all at the pool, it was like having a party with another family, kind of like a second family reunion. On the last day of summer, when we went to the place to work and hang out with him afterwards, we found out he was murdered. Dismembered body parts strewn about the pool, his children's head on the top of an umbrella seemed to be spiked on top of it. His grandchildren were eviscerated and cooking on a barbecue, but we did not see the culprit. Right before we called the police, we did something stupid that usually most people don't do. We explored. We didn't touch anything because we already had all our work gloves on. But what we found in the bathroom, something I don't want to remember. I'll take this to my grave. We saw the severed head of a baby, an elderly woman, and a dog. One was on top of the toilet lid, one was in the toilet bowl, the other staring right on the tip of the toilet seat. And that's not the scary part. Their eyes were all glowing green, they were humming and saying some words I really couldn't make out. I saw a flash of green in them coming out of the mirror and hands that beckoned to me. I thought that this would be the best chance to get out of here. But I immediately broke the mirror with one slam of my fist. And I'll tell you, I'm so glad those gloves I was wearing are cut proof, glass proof, and nail proof. I didn't realize what I was letting out that day. It turns out that all the people who ever died on this land before it was a pool are awakened now. All I can do now is go back to that place every once in a while. The pool is now full of oil, gasoline, dead animals, discarded clothes, pets, skeletons of children. I don't know how it ever got this way, but we miss you, Mr. Simons. It's too bad that we found out the truth about you all too late. He was a drug smuggler, and he also was in the child pedophile ring, and he sold his own wife every night to the same group of people to do whatever they liked with her. She wasn't the one that was a nurse. He constantly paid for a nurse to keep her alive, just to make money for his own whim and desires. Now his ghost silently haunts the place, screaming a string of him, as well as all the other victims walking around with sad, angry, and yet confused faces. No one will ever go back to the haunted swimming pool of Castrada. Thank you, everybody. This is Basil again. Good night.